Watching KEVU 25 News Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Amaya Norman. Trenton Whiting has the night off. A deadly accident earlier this morning on East Constitution Street around 2:42 a.m. A 20-year-old man identified as Isaiah Rodriguez was driving when he swerved off the road, causing his car to flip over and hitting another car. Rodriguez was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities continue to investigate the cause of the crash. And Bloomington residents will have their chance to be heard tomorrow. Victoria County announced in a social media post that a survey team member from Grant Works will visit the city of Bloomington to gather feedback from residents. The focus will be on a plan to replace sewer lines in the area, along with other related sewer services. Officials say community input is important and will help shape future improvement. The Grant Works representative will carry proper identification. And illegal dumping continues to be a growing concern in Victoria. It's not just messy, it's a crime. On Sunday, 25 News Now spotted a large mattress dumped near Ash Street in North Laurent. Just a few miles away, a couch was found on the side of North Azalea Street near East Airline Road. City officials remind residents to report illegal dumping using the Victoria, Texas 311 app. The app lets users submit photos and details that go directly to the proper city department for cleanup and investigation. Depending on the amount and type of materials that are dumped, penalties can range from a Class C misdemeanor to a state jail felony. City leaders say quick reporting helps keep Victoria clean and safe for everyone. A dramatic political standoff is unfolding in Texas. Democratic lawmakers have fled the state in an effort to block a Republican-backed redistricting plan. On Sunday, more than 50 Democratic lawmakers left Texas to stop a vote on a new map for U.S. House seats. The new map could give Republicans 5 more seats, but the Democrats say it's unfair to Black and Latino communities. Some lawmakers went to places like Illinois, New York, and Boston to get support. Even though many Democrats walked out, Republicans say they would keep trying to pass the new map. And as students prepare for the start of the school year, organizations and cities are doing everything they can to help families get their children ready. Angel Lucy Funeral Home has been helping young residents get ready for school with some new kicks. Owner Cesar Ornelas has run this event for 10 years, giving students the confidence to start the school year through a shoe giveaway. Families can register before the event to get their students new shoes for the school year. Event coordinator Amanda Martinez says the community is very involved and committed to setting these students up for success.
He purchases all these shoes himself to give back to the community for children that do not have the option of having a new pair of shoes for school. It gives them a great sense of security for the first day, and it just makes them feel good.
Hundreds of students are able to take advantage of this annual giveaway. They did not have updated numbers on while we were out there, but we'll reach out and follow up with the total number of family assisted. And Angel Lucy will have a distributing in Bloomington this week, but it will be only for families who have already registered with the company. Now let's go to Jacob Lozano with the first look at our forecast. Jacob, tell us, how hot is it going to be? Are we going to have triple digits? Are we going to be in a single? What is it looking like for this week?
Well, Amaya, I got out of church this morning and it was hot, but we didn't hit triple digits here at the airport like we saw yesterday. We only got to 99 and 105 was the record, even though we tied the record yesterday at 103. But there were a couple showers in the area, just none that had occurred here in Victoria or to say the least at the airport. But we did get the little pop-up showers and thunderstorms that had occurred south of 59 and moved down towards the coastline before dissipating. Saw a couple little activities, about half an inch, a little over half an inch down towards Refugio, closer to an inch around Port Lavaca, as well as south of Edna, but not much action here in Victoria once again. The rain chances are still looking likely though, even though the radar is relatively clear right now, other than a couple of showers down south along 37. We are also going to be talking about some fog here with some visibility issues here in the morning here as we start our morning commute for work. 5 a.m. we're starting to see some fog cover begin to build up, really become more dominant by 7 a.m. But by 8 a.m., 9 a.m., we'll be on the clear. But we'll be talking about the rain chances and the heat coming up. Amaya?
Thank you, Jacob. Wildfires burning across the West, fueled by gusty winds and scorching heat. Parts of the Midwest and Northeast are dealing with hazy skies brought on by Canadian wildfires. While some areas are dealing with too much of rain, here's ABC's Melissa Adden with the details.
Scorching heat, bone-dry conditions, and gusty winds fueling numerous wildfires in the West. More than 30 uncontained large wildfires are now burning in 11 states, including California, Arizona, and Utah. Some of those fires prompting evacuations in California, including San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties. The fast-moving Gifford fire has burned roughly 40,000 acres. In Riverside, California, further south, fire crews getting the upper hand on the Oak Fire, stopping its forward progression. In Arizona, authorities arrested a driver for allegedly starting the Kirkland Fire, which has burned about 700 acres. Along the north rim of the Grand Canyon, the Dragon Bravo Fire, now the largest fire in the U.S. this year. And red flag warnings in effect for parts of Utah, Wyoming, and Oregon. New fires could spark and spread quickly amid the hot, windy, and extremely dry conditions.
This is a big one. It's been a while. It's been a few years since we've had one like this.
Cities like Chicago and Minneapolis blanketed over the weekend with hazy skies as smoke from more than 700 Canadian wildfires prompting air quality alerts. Some of that smoke pushing east, bringing hazy skies to parts of upstate New York and New England. And while much of the country is seeing hot, dry conditions, parts of the southeast are seeing too much rain. In Alabama, officials in Cleburne County say they were called to 2 separate rescues of people trying to cross flooded streets in their vehicles. 2 victims were rescued and 1 died at the scene. The threat of heavy rain and flash flooding could linger for some areas through Monday. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The groundbreaking Emmy and Golden Globe nominated actress Lonnie Anderson has died at the age of 79. Her 80th birthday would have been on August 5th. Lonnie Anderson, a longtime publicist, announced her passing on Sunday after a prolonged illness. Anderson, famous for her role as Jennifer Marlowe on the 1980s hit show WKRP in Cincinnati, had a career spanning 4 decades. She earned 2 Emmy Awards and 3 Golden Globe nominations for the role. She also starred in films and other TV shows, including Stroke Ace and voiced a character in All Dogs Go to Heaven. Anderson died at Los Angeles Hospital surrounded by family. Now to the urgent search for a man suspect of killing 4 people in a Montana bar. Authorities say the suspect on the run for 3 days now is an Army veteran believed to be armed and dangerous. Now here's ABC's Melissa Adden has more.
This morning, an urgent manhunt for Michael Paul Brown, who police say killed 4 people in a Montana bar, now entering its 3rd day.
There's a massive manhunt going on for this individual right now. We've got somewhere around 200 law enforcement on site.
Officials releasing this new photo they say is the suspect seen shirtless making his escape after he gunned down 4 people, a bartender and 3 patrons at the Owl Bar in the town of Anaconda around 10:30 Friday morning. These helicopters seen circling Anaconda's Garrity Mountain Friday evening. A Ford F-150 believed to belong to the suspect found abandoned.
We believe he's on foot somewhere in the mountains. We've got assets in the air. We're looking for him with infrared.
ABC News now learning Brown is an Army veteran who served in Iraq, later joining the Montana National Guard for almost 3 years until 2009. The Montana Attorney General telling us the suspect is known to law enforcement with a drug history. Authorities say he lived next door to the Owl Bar, SWAT teams clearing his home late Friday. Investigators believe the suspect had time to go home, change, and get in the car before he disappeared into the woods. Residents in Anaconda, a tight-knit town of about 10,000, asked to stay vigilant, warning people to lock their doors.
We're advising the public, treat him as armed and dangerous. If you see something, call 911, and that we're taking this extremely, extremely seriously.
Victoria County Commissioner Court is set to meet Monday, August 4th at 10 a.m. The meeting will be held at 115 North Bridge Street in room 241. On the agenda, commissioners will consider declaring August as National Emergency Management Awareness Month and designating the week of August 4th as National Farmers Market Week. They will also discuss a proposal for a Victoria County Regional Public Safety Training Center, among other items. And this special session takes lawmakers have a second chance to scrap the state standardized test STAR. Getting rid of STAR is a popular idea among legislators. To read this full Texas Tribune article, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com. And that will lead us to your viewer poll for tonight. Should Texas lawmakers eliminate the STAR test? Yes, it puts too much pressure on students. No, it's an important tool to measure academic progress. And so far, that is still in the lead from earlier at 80%. It is important to it put too much pressure on students, and at 20% is no. It's an important tool to measure academic progress. Well, we will still love to hear from you. Just go over to our website at crossroadstoday.com/vote, or you can scan that QR code right there to take part. And thank you for those who voted. And for more today's news story, come to crossroadstoday.com. Don't forget to submit your birthday wishes. Carolina Strain and Parker Cox will read them live on 25 News Now Sunrise. You can also submit a local military hero so we can recognize them. A shakeup at the Labor Department. President Trump says a new pick is coming after disappointing job numbers led to a sudden firing. Coming up.
And we can finally cross the fourth name off of the tropical list for the Atlantic. We have Dexter that finally formed here as a tropical storm, but we'll be talking about the tropics because they're starting to brew up coming up after this.
President Donald Trump says he plans to name a new commissioner for the Bureau of Labor Statistics in the coming days. The announcement comes after he fired Dr. Eric McIntosh last week following a report showing just 73,000 jobs were added in July, far below expectations. Trump accused McIntosh of manipulating job data for political reasons but gave no evidence. McIntosh, a Biden appointee, has served since January of last year and was confirmed by the Senate with strong bipartisan support. And next tonight, as millions of Americans prepare for back-to-school shopping, the threat of more tariffs is rattling some consumers and creating a budget crunch for others. And it's not just school supplies. The prices of everyday goods, from coffee to medicines, are expected to increase. Now here's ABC's Christine Cordero has more.
Tonight, with new tariffs set to go into effect this week, millions of Americans are bracing for impact. A recent report shows the tariffs implemented by President Trump are expected to cost the average American household an additional $2,400 this year. The prices of everyday goods, including bananas, coffee, medicines, and wine, all expected to increase. Clothing and shoes are expected to go up too. 97% of the apparel sold in the U.S. is made in Asia. And it comes as back-to-school season gets underway. More than a dozen states offering families some welcome relief with a sales tax holiday on certain items. Shoppers in Iowa taking advantage of the deal this weekend.
It's a little bit cheaper for families to get the things they need. So I feel like it's important.
The trade war also impacting small businesses like Ann's Diner in Port Huron, Michigan, which relies on a boost from Canadians crossing the bridge to eat breakfast before shopping at American malls.
I have not seen a French Canadian in here all summer, and we are a tourist town.
Ann Lake telling our Steve Osunsami this has been her worst summer in 30 years.
Actually, quite funny thing is I think I made more money during COVID than this summer.
The administration insists the tariffs will reshape global trade and boost American manufacturing long term. Today, adding a number of major trade deals are locked in and unlikely to change.
We have 8 deals that cover about 55% of the world GDP with our biggest trading partners, the EU and Japan and Korea and so on. And I expect that those matters are more or less locked in.
Activists gather for a rally at Philadelphia Independence Park on Saturday to support a slavery-focused exhibit at the President House site. More than 100 people voicing their concerns over a federal review process that could potentially remove exhibits that depict slavery. The President's House site honors President George Washington's 9 slaves and display other historical information about slavery during the founding of the U.S. This after President Trump signed an executive order in March calling for the removal of a race-centered ideology.
Here is to inform and educate people about our nation's history, especially as we approach 250 years where the birth of this nation was based on protest against tyranny. And here we're going backwards to that point. I think people are fed up and we refuse to let that happen.
Now experience our digital streaming service Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus.
Well, we didn't get that shot of rain that we were looking for, but we do have another opportunity coming up tomorrow. I'll be talking about that coming up after the break. Crossroads, we're in that month of where we're right in the fire pit. It's excruciating hot temperatures, but we are getting some sea breeze showers that has been cooling off some areas around the Crossroads. We just haven't seen it here in the city. Parts of the county had received rain today. Just wasn't enough to make it here in Victoria, but I think we have another good shot of some rain here tomorrow. 11 a.m. here, by 3 p.m., we're starting to see more showers and thunderstorms begin to pop up there, especially around the Houston area, but we got watching another isolated thunderstorm to be popping up here, as well as another line. We have that same north-northwesterly motion in the mid-levels that's going to be pushing all these showers and thunderstorms that are forming up north, pushing them down, and also helping with all of that moisture coming in, creating some lift for that. So look at that. 6 p.m. we'll start to see more of a scattered shower thunderstorm there by the evening time, as well as it continuing through 8 p.m. here as it continues to move down here from the north-northwest by areas like Port Lavaca Look at that, Cuero as well in Karnes City could be involved with some isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms. But by the time we get here within 24 hours, we'll start to see it really begin to dissipate here. But the cloud cover looks to remain here through the nighttime. And as we head into Tuesday, well, we still got another decent chance of some shower activity. We got some sea breeze showers that'll be popping up here, moving more towards the east as we see a different shift in the mid-upper level winds. So getting back into those spotty showers there, about a 20% chance of rain here coming in for Tuesday. But I think Monday is going to be our best chance for some rain here, especially during the evening time. And if you do get a good chance of some rain, could see up to 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of rain in isolated areas. Not going to be the entire place. Like I mentioned, it is pretty scattered. Some places may not see rain at all. I think it's going to be a similar situation where we saw yesterday, where we had scattered showers and thunderstorms everywhere, just all around. And, you know, some places didn't see any and some places did. So that's kind of what I'm predicting here is going to be happening here by the evening time. Now, temperatures, though, very hot. So we have that area of high pressure right there. There's that dip there of that north-northwesterly wind that's going to be throwing the showers and thunderstorms down. But that's why we have an opportunity for some moisture to roll on through here, because the cap's all the way out there. But it's actually going to be rolling back towards the east here. By Wednesday, Thursday, start to see it cut off here. Going to help also cut off some of our rain chances as well, and also increase our temperatures. I mean, look at that high pressure starting to really build over there and strengthen. And so it's going to be watching that, but it's also going to be able to shrink here again. So some weekend showers are going to be possible as we head through later this week. So something we can also look forward to if we don't get rain tomorrow, is we still have opportunities in the future. But we do have 109 heat index. We've had heat advisories for these past couple of days. Wouldn't be surprised if we see another one here in the morning time as we get right around the 110 threshold. 106, 107. It's going to be very hot, but also some Saharan dust is going to be pushing through here by the middle of the week here. That's also going to be drying out our atmosphere as well. And look at that. By Thursday, we'll more likely see some Saharan dust in our atmosphere. But looking at the tropics, though, do have tropical storm Dexter that had formed here, moving at 45 miles per hour. That's going to be shifting out towards the northeast away from everything. But for your daily planner in Victoria, 94 degrees is what we're looking at by 3 p.m. With our shower activity happening after 6 p.m. here. We're looking at the evening time for all of the showers and thunderstorms to roll through. Temperature is still going to be relatively hot. Cuero could see a better chance of some rain there by the midday as it moves from the north-northwest. But keep it at 30% for the next 2 days, 20% here Wednesday. But temperatures getting right back up into the mid-upper 70s here for the next 7 days, and we're watching for some more chances of rain on the weekend. Now, don't forget to scan the QR code for more news, weather, and sports. And speaking of sports, we got Ray.
Thank you, Jacob. And it is time for a celebration. We're back in Jackson County. Coming up in sports, we hear from a player, head coach, and their superintendent about the celebration. Join us for that and more in sports. The town of Ganado celebrated their high school softball team in capturing the school's first ever state championship. This event marked a time for a celebration that will continue to add to the legacy of the school and their people.
Tribe and Bert, this concludes our celebration.
Ganado ISD capped off an impressive year for their athletics department. The Maidens are now edged in history, a moment that was a long time coming and that will stick with the Ganado forever, according to one of their players.
Oh, it feels amazing. Definitely going to be something to remember for the rest of our lives, something to remember for the rest of the school years to come. Future maidens, future athletes, just anybody new coming to Ganado, they're always going to remember.
And although it was a year of firsts for these programs, The school have always housed great athletes, and the proof just became evident this past year. And the Maidens, along with other programs, look to expound upon that in the following years to come.
You go back and look at the history of Ganado athletics, we've been competitive in everything forever. But we finally got over the hump this year in the big team sports of football and softball. So I believe, honestly and truly, the best is yet to come.
And so, you know, it's an expectation, but it's been an expectation of mine as a coach for 35 years, and it's not going to change. And you know, we're not going to be defending champions because nobody's going to take that trophy away from us. It's already there. So we're going to work to win another, and that's just what we're going to do, and that's what it's all about.
And a big congratulations to the Ganado Maidens. And we asked you guys earlier, what is the impact this state championship will have on the future of Ganado sports? And it looks like we got 89% saying all the above. We're going to talk about boosting the community pride, put Ganado on the map as far as sports, and inspire other athletes. Once again, a big congratulations to Ganado ISD, and we're looking forward to covering their athletics in this upcoming school year. And what a fantastic season for the Victoria Generals. They battled fiercely all the way to the Texas Collegiate League Championship against the Baton Rouge Rougarou. While Baton Rouge took the win with the final score of 6-2, the Generals showed incredible heart and determination throughout the entire season, making it back to the TCL championship game. It is an achievement to be proud of, especially closing their second season with the best record in the league overall, with 20 wins and 7 losses. The future looks bright for the Generals, and we can't wait to see them come back next year stronger, hungrier, and ready to claim that championship. At Crossroads, we're gearing up for college football season, and one of the biggest factors in the game is the recruitment. Good news for the Aggies fans. 4-star quarterback recruit Jace Johnson has announced his commitment to the program, and this is exciting decision comes despite attempts by SEC rival Tennessee to win over the dual threat passer from Georgia. Jace ranked number 63 in the ESPN Junior 300 and holds the distinction of being the number 3 quarterback nationally in the class of 2027. The Aggies will begin their season on August 30th against the University of Texas San Antonio as the home team. So best of luck to the Aggies and all Texas teams here in the Crossroads. But that does it for your sports. Amaya?
Thank you, A. Now surf's ups and so are the tails. Wave riding pups hit the beach for the 2025 World Dog Surfing Championship, showing off their skills, style, and even a few tricks to wow the crowd. Coming up. Wave riding dogs took center stage this weekend at the 2025 World Dog Surfing Championship in Pacific, California. About 20 dogs showed how well they could stay on their boards and do tricks to win the Goldie Surfy Award. The fun wasn't just in the water. Dogs also wore cool outfits for a beach fashion show. Families got to meet rescue dogs looking for new homes, and the best surfer dog this year was named Kaka, and he won the big prize. I think that's nice.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know dogs could surf, to be honest.
You didn't know that?
I didn't.
You ever watch the movies where dogs surf?
No, I have not. Nah.
Like the children movies?
Nah, cause maybe Sky could surf.
My dog can surf.
Oh, okay.
Yep, she can do a lot and skateboard.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, surf's up.
Yeah, surf's up. With this weather, you know, it's hot. I'll do some surfing too
For real.
to get in the
I wish we could extend the weekend, to be honest, because it's going to be quite hot still, so we can go to the beach. But we are looking at some showers here in the afternoon and the evening time, so do want to make sure that, or be aware that we are going to be seeing some more shower activity possible. But look at that. Temperatures still remain in the mid-90s, but we could see another heat advisory tomorrow. Heat index right now is being predicted at 109. We could still see that get to 110 and plus, so make sure we stay cool and stay hydrated as temperatures will, you know, remain summer-like.
Yeah, get hot.
I just want to send a special happy birthday to my lovely fiance, Miss Yvonne. Her birthday was today, so happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday. But thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Join Carolina Strain and Parker Cox for 25 News Now Sunrise at 5 a.m. Have a great night.